Alright, hey, how you doing? Good morning. So today on Initial Speed, we tackle thermostat on the Audi. So it's tucked up underneath the intake manifold, so I'm guessing it's going to prove to be a little bit cumbersome, but we'll make it happen. Have to. What else are you gonna do? Alright. Here goes nothing. Come with me for the ride. Alright, so from what I understand, gotta pull this, so I'm gonna pull it off both ends. Another person says the alternator needs to come out, and then I can get up under there. I'm not quite sure. I know it's under there, but I'm not quite sure exactly where, so let's try to figure this out. Alright, so everything that I've read online and YouTube have been for B5 A4 Audis. So mine is a 2000 A4, and it's a half year, so they did a lot of things different than they did with a lot of the other years. So I came across, I can't see from up above on what I'm supposed to be doing, so I jumped back online and I found a Passat version, and looking at that and looking at this, they kind of have similarities in certain areas. In any case, what I'm gonna do is instead of doing it from above like everyone I've seen suggests, I'm gonna do it like the Passat. I'm gonna pull this bracket, pull this, and from what I understand, the thermostat should be inside here. If it's not inside there, then I guess I'll continue to dig around at the from the top and see what I can see. Alright, I'll check back in with you guys shortly. Hope this is it. This would be so easy, oh my goodness. Alright, let's not get overly excited yet. Alright, still not sure if that's the right spot for it, but I figured I'd update you while it's draining. So I loosened that bracket like I said I was going to, and now I've cracked the 2 bolts that hold the housing to the block. So now we drain and we wait. I know, not the best, but you make do with what you have. I'll wash the ground afterward. Okay, moment of truth. I've pulled the bracket, slid it down a little ways. I believe that it's past, or pretty close to being past the area that I need it to be for the housing. So now it's to pull those 2 screws. They're loose, they just need to be pulled, and yeah. One. Two. Oh. I don't know if you can. This stuff's not good for your mouth, right? And there is the thermostat. So we've learned something today, together, that it's easy to change a thermostat. Okay, good to know. Alright, I'm going to grab my pick and fish out that O-ring, and then pull the thermostat, change it out, and reverse the whole process. Alright, see if we can get this ring. Remember, guys, after you do a job like this, make sure you wash down your driveway or your work area. This stuff's not good for animals. It's not good for us either. Cats like to drink it, so just, you know, help out the neighborhood and don't kill animals. Okay. Yeah, I jumped, so. Okay, so there's the thermostat. For those of you that have not seen one, here's your O-ring. I'm going to replace both. The nice thing is it appears as though the housing is nice and clean, and so is the face of this. So it doesn't look like, hopefully it doesn't look like it's going to give me too much trouble. Alright, let's get the new stuff. The new O-ring, the new thermostat. Sorry about that. I see some guys, they put a little bit of silicone on the O-ring and put it in place. The silicone holds the ring in place until they can button everything up. I think what I'm going to do is use a little bit of grease and see how that works. Maybe the silicone is the better way to go. How do you do that by yourself? I know the small Sarah can't help you all the time. Okay, the screws are back in. The new thermostat, the new O-ring is in. The two screws are on. This now needs to come back and clamp over here. I guess I didn't need to move it, unless I'm replacing this. Okay, so learned something else. Put that back. Put back the throttle body and the hoses at the top there. And then it's time to rinse down the engine, make sure that, if it leaks I can see it. And then wash down the driveway, of course. Not bad, coming together. Well, if you've been paying attention, you know that I have a bit of OCD when it comes to cleanliness, so throttle body's off, so why not clean it up, right? I mean, could definitely be a little bit cleaner. So, here goes. Alright, so, I've buttoned everything up. The two screws underneath, the 2 bolts underneath that hold the housing. I made a mistake of removing the throttle body and the hose because, as far as I understood, it was under there. So for all you 2000 Audi A4 B5 guys, the ATW engine has it from underneath. You can remove the thermostat from underneath, not from underneath the intake manifold. So currently in the process of adding coolant. I think that's as far as it's going to go this way. So now it's time to start the car and let it cycle through and check for any leaks, any drips, and hopefully all is well, and we can take this thing for a rip and see how she does. And now we wait. Thermostat hasn't opened up yet, otherwise this would be full. There'd be fluid passing through. Let's take a look underneath and make sure that it's not leaking from that housing. Nope, looks to be pretty good. No leaking so far. Looks like we might have just solved it. Okay, so it's at max. We're still good. Tighten this up, build the pressure. That is not too bad. I don't see any leaks coming from down below. And temperature gauge. Temperature gauge reads 90. So as far as I'm concerned, it's doing well. Okay, time to clean up and get it hot. Yeah, like Sarah and tuned, B's for build. Like, how do you guys film so well without having a second person helping out? I mean, Ski Academy, at least you have each other. You can, one can work, the other one can record. I don't know, I gotta figure something out. Alright. So you see, not everything goes to plan. Not even on YouTube. I mean, I guess I could edit it out so you guys didn't see, me learning, but where would the fun in that be? This is basically just to document, everything that we do to our cars, so... Sometimes you screw up, sometimes you find the wrong post, sometimes you can't find any information on where it is. Sometimes you don't know where to look to get the information. Well, hopefully this helps you out. Any B5 A4s, 2000, must be a 2000 ATW engine code. Everything else I found was like the B6s, where the thermostat is under the intake manifold. Not on the 2000s. It's underneath the car, just above the oil pan on the block. So glad I know where it is, and now you guys know where it is too. You keep this, tag this, and keep it as a reference in the event that you need it. Wow, I had intended to show you it going through, but it happened so quickly. Alright, so you can see it here. Bubbles are happening. That's just me squeezing on the hose, trying to get more fluid through the system. You're going to need, on the 2000 B5 A4, which is the ATW engine code, you access the housing and the thermostat from underneath the car. So what I did was I needed the pliers, or in this case the vice grip, to pinch a clamp. Then you need a number 6. Stanley has it noted as 70-214B. You need this to loosen the a bracket, at least one side. Then you need a 13 mil to loosen the other side. Then you use the screwdriver and you just kind of work its, or not yet, sorry. Then you need the 10 to pull the bolts that hold the housing, the thermostat housing to the block. Then you use the screwdriver and you break it loose, get between the two and just crack it loose.